Okay, here's the second valuation problem. Suppose a company has currently free cash flow to equity holders of $523 million. Assume that the free cash flow to equity holders will grow at a constant rate of 6% per year indefinitely. What is the market value of the firm's equity if the required rate of return by shareholders is 17.5%? And then I ask, if the firm has 75 million shares outstanding, then what is the price of the firm's stock per share? Okay. So in the previous problem, we were able to calculate the market value of equity today. Recall that we're going to use the dividend growth model or the Gordon growth model. We're going to substitute in free cash flow to equity holders next year for what would have been dividends per share next year. Okay, and instead of calculating the price per share today, what we're going to do is calculate the entire market value of equity or the market cap today. And then to get the price per share, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the market value of equity today and divide that by shares outstanding, and that will give us the price per individual share. Okay. So let's work this problem real quick. I got free cash flow to equity holders in year 0. I need to get free cash flow to equity holders in year 1. I need to get the market value of equity in year 0, and I need to get the price of the stock in year 0. Okay. I know that free cash flow to equity holders in year 0 is $523 million. I also know that free cash flow to equity holders in year 1 is going to be 6% higher than $523 million. So what I do is I say equals 523 times 1.06. And that's going to give me, I'm just working this formula here, free cash flows in the next period is equal to the free cash flows in the current period times 1 plus G. And that gives me free cash flow to equity holders in year 1 of 554.38. To get the market value of equity in year 0, I'm going to take that number I just calculated and divide it by the difference between the required return and the growth rate. That's not too bad. So it's equal to this divided by the difference between 0.175 and 0.06. So I've got a market value of equity of $4.8 billion. To get the price per share, I just have to take the market value of equity today and divide it by the shares outstanding, which has been given in the problem. So I'm going to divide cell B5 by 75 million shares outstanding. And I get a price of the stock of $64.28. Now, if you believe your model, all right, you've made a whole bunch of assumptions. Remember, we've forecasted these free cash flows. We forecasted them based on a growth rate of 6%. Now that 6% is an estimate. We've discounted these cash flows by a rate of return of 17.5%. That rate of return is an estimate. But if you were to believe your model and you don't believe that markets are very smart and you believe that the stock price should be $64.28 and you get on your Fidelity or your online brokerage account and you find that the stock is trading for, say, $60, then according to your model you should buy because you think that the true price of the stock should be $64.28 and right now it's trading at $60. So you would buy up that stock until the price reached $64.28. Again, that's under the assumptions that your model is right.